There's a reason people want to come here. And that's why our last guest this morning, Dale Wilcox from the Immigration Reform Law Institute, is so important to this, because rule of law is what we're talking about here. We're not talking about rounding up the usual suspects. We're not talking about mass deportation. We're talking about knowing that the law is there to protect you, especially if you're a new citizen.
That's absolutely true.
So how you been?
I've been good. How are you?
All right, very good. You are though working at the front lines of the very wonky part of this.
Yes.
You know, it's making sure that the law, when we reform immigration,
Yes.
Federation for American Immigration Reform,
Right.
What does it look like? How is it fair? What are the things in the law that need to change so that people who do want to come here and be part of our community can do so easily? Where do we begin on that? Because I think while we're throwing Molotov cocktails at each other, or knocking back Molotov cocktails with each other, we're missing the actual thing that are keeping people from coming here if they want to.
Yeah. Well, you're right. We're trying to work on reforming the system. One of the problems we have is the system, the immigration attorneys are gaming the system, and people that really should not be coming into the country are getting in, and those who are standing in line patiently, who have filed applications and have paid the fees, are waiting for their number to come up. I believe the backlog is something like 4 million people.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and we get it. This
Yeah.
this is a place where you can do a lot better than in your
Right.
native country.
Right. And that's why we have the surge at the border. However, these individuals coming over are claiming asylum, and the asylum law is very specific, and you can only apply for asylum if you're being persecuted by your government. Well, you know, these are economic migrants, and the numbers show that only about 11% actually make it through the asylum process. But tens of thousands are coming to the southern border and presenting themselves. They get a hearing date, and then they disappear into the interior and never heard from again.
But they also become prey to the predatory class who realize they're living in the shadows. So, hey, we've got basically a permanent underclass.
You're absolutely right. And sadly, we just released a report a day ago highlighting the top 10, or I would say the bottom feeders, the bottom 10 worst sanctuary cities in the country. And these sanctuary jurisdictions protect criminal aliens who prey on these immigrant communities.
Where was Charlottesville on the list?
Charlottesville is not high on the list.
No, okay, good. For now, we're trying. Where can people find out more about what you do online, Dale?
Sure, they can find us at on our website, IRLI.org. And we're on Twitter and Facebook, too. Our Twitter handle is at IRLI Law.
Because this is where it's going to be fixed.
Yes.
Is legally